That's not good. Oh, crap. Well, I have no idea if we're live right now. Could be. Probably not if my luck is going the way it's been going. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I have honestly no idea if we're connected. Streamlabs. Streamed to a weird key. I hit end. As soon as I hit end, it went live. 50-50, we're live right now. Might be talking to nobody. Oh well. But if you happen to be here, welcome back, guys. Decided to do a live stream. Why? Because, well, I missed live streaming. Been putting out little update videos the last few days. There hasn't been that much to talk about, so figured that was the best way to keep in touch with you guys, keep the content coming, etc. So, still not totally sure. Hopefully we are. If we are live, go ahead. Do me. Ooh. There we go. Thank you, Greg. Greg always looking out for me. I turned it up at the end of the last live stream. Yeah, alright, so it looks like it worked. I somehow made this actually continue streaming despite ending the stream. But we're back. Welcome back, guys. Good to be here. No idea if you could hear me. It's been a weird few days for me, not gonna lie. So let's start off today. I have an interesting story and I think a learning opportunity here for everybody. Last night, I was doing some cleaning up my bedroom, and I looked down and I got a notification, an email from BlockFi. Turns out I had butt traded. I'm coining this term. I butt traded. The biggest trade I've ever done. I have a bunch of USD sitting in BlockFi, but that is not money I'm investing. That's money that I'm saving for tax time collecting APY on. And so I woke up. I looked down to see that I had bought well over 300 Litecoin at like $1.60. And this was, by the time I even saw the email, it had dropped, I don't know, to like 51, 52, like huge loss. It was not ideal. My luck has not been great the last few days, but things are looking a little better now. Here's the learning lesson, though, guys. Trading on your phone can be dangerous. I got myself into a trade that I was not planning. I was not interested in taking. A position was way too large. Even I was frazzled. Goes to show that really no matter what, no matter who you are, one, user errors can happen. And two, that anyone using a position size too large is likely going to experience some emotions. I know I did. So what did I do? I was in a hard position. I could wait. I could wait it out, see if it went back up, etc. But I didn't really have time to think about it. This was money I could not afford to lose. And so what I did is I sold half of it. This is something I talk about all the time. You want to do something, you want to go all in, you want to go all out. Why not split it in half? Do 50-50. That's what I did. I took a little bit of an L. Wasn't huge, but I took a little bit of a loss there for that. Not the best feeling in the world. But that was enough for me. This was great to just kind of be reminded and humbled again about how this works. Because it's been a while since I've really experienced any emotion in trading. It was humbling. So I was freaked out and impulsive. I didn't have a lot of time to think about it. Price, it was like literally the worst time. Let me see if I can find a Litecoin chart here. So I've obviously been watching Litecoin. Like right here, the second this went through, I went back and looked at the chart. It was within 60 seconds. This big red candle happened. I looked at it. Yeah, it was about 54, something like that. Now Litecoin, thank goodness, back up to really close to where I entered it. Accidentally butt traded. That was a fun story, learning lesson. What I did, though, because I never want to make that mistake again, is I deleted all of my trading apps off my phone. A phone is not a good tool to trade. It's really not. Even if you discount the user error like that, or the butt trading user error, there's other user errors that can occur because of it. Your phone also experiences more latency than your computer. The icon, the numbers, the forum boxes that you type in orders and things are all going to be smaller. And those can be factors to making a mistake. So I just wanted to share my personal loss here yesterday. It wasn't catastrophic, but I'm glad I stuck to my guns. I stuck to my rules in general. Instead of just panic selling it all for a bigger loss, I took half out. That allowed me to step back and make a plan. I highly recommend that you guys, if you ever find yourself in the same situation, to do something similar, because I would have lost a lot of money if I just had marketed it back out. Sweet. So we are live. We got people joining. We're showing up in search. What's up, everybody? Yeah, we're looking at this big wedge now. Let me see. Here we are. This is what I made the thumbnail out of. Real quick, I'm going to add the watermark and the symbol back. Where'd you go? There we go. So we did break out of this wedge. This is the Bitcoin index chart. It's newer on TradingView. I'm still not even totally sure what it is. I hope, if I had my way, this would be an aggregate of all of the Bitcoin exchange data that TradingView has. That's what I'm going to go with for now. I don't know if that's actually it, but really with no room for interpretation, we have broken out of the wedge. Now, something important to note is we broke to the top of the wedge first. We broke the top of the wedge up here on the 4th and the 5th, no matter how you cut it. Really, no matter what chart you look at. Ooh, downwind sun.
Hello, we have been trying to contact you about
I'm gonna
your
put this like above my head.
warranty.
There we go. Thank you, downwind sun, for the 10. Been trying to contact you about your extended car warranty. Thank you. I appreciate the service. You go above and beyond every time down. Love you, brother. Yeah, we broke to the top of the wedge. Now we broke out the bottom. This was a little spooky today. This is a little spooky. I was feeling a little heat, especially because I butt traded $50,000 freaking dollars worth of Litecoin. Oh my goodness. So let's take a look at the chart here. We're going to take a fresh peek. Fresh peek. Obvious daily resistance above us, 39.3. Easy peasy. Now, today traded down to 31,000. It actually felt lower than that. I have a feeling on Coinbase it did go a little bit lower. Slightly lower than May 23rd's low. So that is a lower low. That's not ideal. Something tells me this chart is a little strange, though. So I'm going to make a copy of this really quick. Let's see if this is the Coinbase chart. BTC USD. Boom. It is. Okay. So I was wrong. This is the Coinbase chart the whole time. And we have broken out of the wedge. We did have a slightly lower low. However, there's some goodness going on. Despite how terrible this looks, we are seeing some buyers. This is the first time we've seen really any amount of buying. You can see there's some similar patterns here. A little consolidation before falling. Sellers come in. Then buyers found a price they like, and price has exceeded the place where we saw some accumulation here. This is on the 1 hour, but I'm just going to show you a little pattern. We see this is a different pattern, as we see that similar price action, but the high doesn't exceed the previous point. At a lower high here. So this is a little different. It does show there's some buyers. It looks very similar to this. And possibly even this. So is this the best thing to see? No, but here is what everyone was thinking and worrying about is, oh man, we're going to break 30,000. Really didn't happen. As soon as things started looking really ugly, that's when it turned around. We saw this hourly close as a bottom wick. And now here's the magic. Here is the magic, everybody. This daily is incredibly close to turning green. We have an hour and 18 minutes left. The price to beat here, 33,575. Now, we don't exactly need a green candle here, but I would feel more comfortable, especially as we're outside of this wedge, kind of in nowhere land. Let's actually go back to this chart. Out here in nowhere land, I'd like to see it close green. It'd be a nice little hammer. That would be a good signal that we are at least going to come back up, back test this bottom half of the wedge, maybe in the next day or two. What I wouldn't like to see is in the next hour and 20 minutes, well, I don't want to see any lows back near where we traded earlier today. That'd be down the 31,000 range. We don't have really any more clues. I guess we can take this as our clue. This is not ideal. It's pretty bearish. However, 30,000 is still intact, and really, I mean, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for 30,000 to change my mind here. I'm looking at the same pattern despite the break of this wedge. I mean, this is the second time it's broken, but despite the break, still looking for the same thing here. 5 days to go in this weekly. And let's see where our 20 is. This is what we've been watching. Here we go. Boom. Same place. Trading sideways. I'm still looking for that 48-ish thousand area. It really just lines up with what we see and what we know about charts in general or have observed in the past. Things don't really move in one direction. You can even see here. We moved up, pulled back. Moved up, pulled back. We've almost only seen downside since we started selling here. We've had no relief rally. So I'm still looking for it. If 30,000 breaks, we don't see any bids, then it's obviously, I'm going to have to rethink it. But we have the 618 retrace sitting right where the 20 weekly is. This is just a prime spot. You can even see weekly support here to be tested as resistance, even lower, actually. From the end of February, early March, 45,000. We have these untested, these were supports, and we have them untested as resistance. That would be unlike the market to see further price discovery without going up, whipping up liquidity, getting orders in, trapping longs, and opening up room, I guess, for market makers to short it, if that is the direction we're going. This is the area. There's really like no other way to cut it. I think it's a 48-ish, but it could be as low as 45. But until we break 30, I'm still looking at that same level. Nothing has really changed. That's the reason I haven't done too many live streams lately. Been releasing these shorter things, just because I don't want to keep talking about the same things over and over again. So let me pop out the chat here. We're going to look at this chart super quick. We can take from the weekly open another resistance sitting here, 35.8. Not so great. And where do we need to close? Pretty much at that level. Slightly, 35.6. Ideally for this weekly close, we want to see above 35.8. This would be a bearish engulfed weekly. We've seen them before. Sometimes they play out poorly, sometimes they don't. Engulfing patterns are okay. They're okay. I think they're better than a lot of the other candlestick patterns that people talk about. There's something interesting here on the 4 hour I wanted to talk about, and after I do that, I'm pretty much like, I think I'm going to gloat about TFUEL, and then I'll read the chat. So save your comments. I'm going to be reading them here in a second. So I noticed something earlier that I wanted to share with you guys. This low is unique in a way. And it's unique in a way that you probably aren't thinking, and I would imagine no one else is going to be noticing this yet, maybe later in hindsight. So here's what I wanted to show you. If we look at each one of these drops, there's a pattern here. Maybe you don't see it, maybe you do. There's a pattern here that doesn't exist on this drop. All right? If we look here, here, ooh, even here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. What did we notice? We notice on the 4 hour, every single one of these lows immediately bullish engulfed back. And it's too much for coincidence. This is way too many examples in a row. Virtually every low is on the 4 hour was bullish engulfed in the next candle. Now, look at the current one. Let's look at this. Not bullish engulfed. Typically, TA would tell us that would be bearish, right? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. However, I'm showing you this for a reason. This is unusual. We were seeing it. If we take off our TA hats, kind of put on some game theory here. If you're a market maker, you're trying to get people on the wrong side of the trade. What are you going to do? You're going to put out signals that are conflicting with the direction that you actually are going to push price. To have these bullish engulfing candles that really went nowhere, and then to have a sell-off out of the wedge, almost down at the low, almost down at 30,000, and then to change up the pattern. Now, I can't say this is a bullish signal. However, this is definitely catching my eye here. To see this back to back to back to back to back, and then now we have what feels like a significant drop. We're actually seeing lower lows. And then for the pattern to change suggests to me that something different from what we've seen is going to happen here. You can argue that either way. You can argue, well, we didn't sell off into oblivion here. We kept bouncing and ranging. Maybe we sell off to oblivion here. But man, is that strange. That is very, very odd. And it would not surprise me to see this price re-enter the wedge. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going on to new highs, but to see it come back and at least backtest this wedge's ascending low trend would really kind of fit this game theory idea I have here. So we see on lower time frames on the 4-hour is selling momentum waning again after putting in a stronger selling impulse. 12-hour not quite there yet. Possibility of a bullish engulf on this close. It's going to be the same level, I think, as a daily, right? The same level as the daily flipping to green would be a 12-hour bullish engulfing close. And the daily continues to wane buying momentum. So not a lot of strong signs on this chart. Really the same position that we were in, the last time we met, last time we talked, guys. Really is not a lot of new stuff coming on, but you know what? Eventually there will be, and we'll be here. There we go. Okay, here we go. This daily candle was also a second test of the 300 daily moving average. Interesting, not really that important outside of the fact that, well, the 30,000 here, and now at what, 31, 32? This is our second test to it. I would like to see some buying power. Let's see what happens. Anyway, I think I didn't really have too much to talk about. I wanted to just get on, talk to you guys, read chat, take some requests, do whatever, and watch Litecoin. Watching Litecoin. Go back up. All right, so what's up, chat? What's up, Jay Constant? Bear trap? Here's the thing is, you guys know my opinion. You know how I am. I'm always bullish. Just is what it is, right? I've seen this thing. I've watched it. I know how it moves over time. I don't see a reason to really ever be bearish. You can trade short, but over time, it's just it seems like a losing battle to stay bearish. But even I, at this point, can say there's really nothing on this chart that makes me specifically bullish. We're seeing money flows moving from positive to negative. We're seeing high time frames lose momentum. It's not ideal. But I will say one more thing is, this is, if we do see a rally, it would be an epic bear trap. Bear traps, bull traps, they have to feel real. I've said this before, I'll say it again. In technical analysis is a probabilistic tool that helps us make bets to profit, right? It's not a crystal ball, doesn't tell the future, but there are some ways it does behave consistently. One of those being, at the very top of a market cycle, you're never going to have bearish signals. At the very bottom of a market cycle, you're never going to have bullish signals. That is an issue with analysis, with indicators in general, is that they lag. They're not going to say, hey, this is actually bullish, even though the price looks like crap. It's actually bullish. I wish. That'd be a great indicator. If you invent it, I'll buy it. We've seen it before. It's not a promise. It's probably not a good thing to bet on, even. But we've seen this before where the chart says, hey, there's nothing to go on. Things are bad. I think even down here, even in January, we had a similar kind of price action-y. Chart looked terrible. We saw momentum to the downside pick back up. That's just the nature of tops and bottoms. Giggity. All right. All right, now I'll really read the chat. Thanks, Jay Constant, for saying bear trap. Getting me distracted already. What's up, Mike? 5 days short. 12 years, 8 months ago. 5 days, 8 months ago. I don't know, man, but this like whole timeline here from May 19th till today has felt like months. Months have passed. Years, perhaps. What's up, Pro V? Recto El Correr. This all sounds like a bear market. Am I saying we should be contrarians? Good question, Reto. Here's what I'm not saying is right now that means we're going up. I think that looking at the chart, we do expect some kind of a relief rally. I've been saying that since we fell down to 30. Am I saying to be a contrarian right now? It's risky. It's risky to be a contrarian. But. Oh, I forgot to put in the new Discord link. Crap. But I will say that being a contrarian let me reword. The only way to be on the right side of the trade is to be a contrarian in general, in crypto. I'm not saying right now, this second, that's everyone should be a contrarian. But look at, if you've been around the space, pretty much everyone's always wrong all the time. As soon as everyone looks one way, the price moves the other way. Very, very rarely, except for in traps, this kind of bear trap looking, are people correct? The market doesn't like easy trades. Bitcoin doesn't like easy trades. Nothing's free. You got to earn it with your blood, sweat, and tears. Man, well, I sure hope that it is, because I still got a lot of that butt trade, and if that crashed, that would really be savage. Luckily, I'm not in too much danger because I cut the position. What is up? Andy Power. No Wyckoff D phase. No Wyckoff D phase. I know everyone. So I remember people talking about Wyckoff back here, like March. And then I heard them talking about it again. And then we fell. So was it the Wyckoff? Yeah, is that the reason we fell? I've actually heard these literal arguments before. Literal Wyckoff stuff. Where people start obsessing over a certain indicator or pattern or something. And it just historically has not been really super tradable. They don't tend to work out. It did this time. Now I'm hearing people talk about Wyckoff accumulation. It really wouldn't fit what I see in Bitcoin, to see a very clear defined pattern play out, and then just the exact opposite clear defined pattern. It falls into that category of basically price is always going to move with contrarians at some point. Everyone sees this Wyckoff thing and then thinks long. I don't see that being the play. I'd love to be wrong. Love to be wrong. But if we flip this, I think it actually does look a little bit. I think Wyckoff's supposed to have 3 highs though, right? Something like that. It's a pattern that we've seen people obsess over in crypto before, and it didn't really end well. We'll see. I mean, we can... yeah, it's kind of a jerk session, David. You're right. What's up, D? Thank you for watching, man. No problem. I missed you guys. I had to stream. Dude, everybody's looking at it. If you guys haven't noticed, this is probably, like, you can love my TA, hate my TA, it doesn't matter. But I have experience. And experience in this space is something that's valuable regardless of what else is included with that. Price never goes the direction everyone's looking. It just really doesn't. And when it does, it's almost always a trap. So if everyone's looking at Wyckoff, that makes me more bearish. Unless we are moving to 48 and that's the trap. I don't know, man. The news has been insane. El Salvador, I know that kind of seems not so important, and it isn't alone in a bubble, but if you look at the greater picture of the space, it's huge news. It's massive. It's only, it's the crack in the dam where other countries are going to follow suit. Other countries that currencies are debasing, their purchasing power is dropping. They have incentive to do so as well. We've been talking about that here for a while, actually. That it's not going to be the U.S. that moves first. They're going to move last. U.S., Europe, they're all going to move last. The bigger, stronger economies are going to resist the longest. But that is Bitcoin's strength, is that it isn't going anywhere. You can't kill it. You can't stop it. You can't control it. It just does. And when we say those things, guys, let me just put in a little star asterisk. We're not talking about price. We're talking about Bitcoin, the network. Bitcoin, the network, exists outside of its price. It's not aware of its price. Never in the code is price mentioned. In fact, price is only mentioned in the white paper one time, I believe, by Satoshi, where he describes a positive feedback loop of network growth and users joining the network and price change, and that's it. So it does exist outside of price. I don't even remember where I was going with that. But the macro news, yeah, that's what I was doing. Thank you there, Sergio. The macro news, dude, is insane. MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy said, hey, we're going to fundraise 400 million. And then they turned around and said, never mind, we're going to fundraise 500 million. They got $1.6 billion. $1.6 billion. worth of money looking to gobble up that 500 million. That's 3 times the amount they offered. Now, these are junk bonds. They do offer interest, unlike MicroStrategy's earlier offerings. But what this says to me, guys, is that there is large capital. There is capital at scale that does not have an on-ramp into the space, and it wants it. If that wasn't true, we wouldn't see MicroStrategy being able to raise these huge amounts of money. Honestly, that and El Salvador alone for me are wildly huge news. I can't imagine a future. And I know that doesn't matter what I can imagine. We're not. I can't imagine a future where the world is forced now to acknowledge the existence of Bitcoin and crypto, and then the just run, smallest run we've ever seen, it's over. I don't know. We could still have price discovery to the downside. We could still see lower lows. I think the run's over for me is just too big of a leap. I think it's indulgent, too much of fear. Doesn't really work out in my head. Let's see. What's up, G. Joseph? Uber subscribe, double subscribe. Eric Lewithan thinks 4 to 6 months from now I'll see Bitcoin in the 6 figures. All right. What's up, real estate? How you doing, brother? Eric Lothian. Man, these names are hard today. None of this matters in 6 months. I don't know what I did to bring all the bulls to the pen here, but I love it, man. I love it. Everybody feeling good. They're not afraid of cheaper coins. It's just a super sale, right? I love it. I do. I'm actually like genuinely smiling reading these comments. Like sometimes I feel like I'm the only bull, and yeah, I spent a long time feeling that way. It's good to see I'm not alone. Oh man, 6 months, right? Dude, if you zoom out, every time you're in doubt of where Bitcoin's at, just zoom out more. If you're still in doubt, zoom out more. Eventually you'll get your answer. The short term, the medium term, we can never know. We can guess, we can assign probability, but there is no knowing. There's no knowing. What's up, Mr. Eli? Good to see you, brother. I saw you over there on the old Rick's channel. It's good to catch you over there. What's up, Josh? What's up, Josh Durham? Buckwheat, how you doing, man? 1 qubit. Stand alone in the sea of bears. I'm like Gandalf in the Balrog, like, you shall not pass. Yeah, right. You shall not pass. I'll hoard them away. You guys keep showing up. I'll keep keeping them at bay with my accidental butt trades. Clearly, my accidental butt trade is what's moving this market right now. I mean, let's not lie. Nice, we got 420 viewing. We got viewership back up. Yeah, we've been struggling to get those numbers for a while. If you're here, please do me a favor. Smash that like button. Our likes are dangerously low. They're going to send hitmen out after me if we don't at least double these likes here in the next few minutes. I'd prefer not to get whacked while I have that butt trade open. I shared my embarrassing story. You can share a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, hop on the train, guys. We make content all the time. I'd love for you to join us. Liking and subscribing during the live stream counts as engagement, and engagement is the largest metric outside of view time. So feel free to idle and AFK while we're on the stream, where YouTube will promote / give visibility to the stream. So doing that, huge favor to me. I thank you guys so much. Discord links in the chat, Patreon links in the chat. I'm not gonna do much shilling today. I got no shilling energy. I just got charting and chatting energy. What? Someone said what? No, you didn't. Nuh-uh. Blowjin Gaming. I don't know why you're mad. You said you super chatted. I don't think you did. Well, thank you if you did, but I don't see it. I don't. It didn't show up on my side, man. Sorry. Just Dallin. And I see we got a bunch of subscribers. Doodle Captain, Mermidon, Matt Goody, Mitchell McGuire, Doubt Annihilator. Cool name. Harry Renwick, Cash Zubite, Cola Pobinya, Driverless P, Nate. I don't know if these are old subscribers or what. YouTube's really weird. H. Mason, Jason Spainer, Micro Stevie. What's up, dudes? Micro Stevie, did I hear about the news from D.N outlet? What news would that be? If it's the recovery of the Colonial Pipeline BTC. I don't really think that's news. If anything, that's a good thing, right? It's like everyone's always talking about it was used for criminal blah blah blah. Like, well, isn't it a good thing then if they are able to recover it? I don't know. I don't think it's really big news, but I will say here's a little anecdotal story. My mom texted me about that, about the Colonial Pipeline Bitcoin recovery. No idea. She's not a Bitcoin person. She's not really into it, but apparently that news is resonating through the non-coiners. And her takeaway from it was actually that she thought Bitcoin was anonymous. And I was like, Mom, I've told you so much about Bitcoin. How could you say that? No, I'm just kidding. She thought it was anonymous. She's like, I thought you couldn't track it. And I was like, no, you can definitely track it. It's the opposite of that. I don't think it's negative. I think it's the price is down, so news seems more bearish than usual. I don't know. What's up, Jesse? Cheers to Nigeria, Jesse, my friend. Good to see you. DNL has sent some insane news. Why don't you let me know what it is? I'm not going to Google it right now. What's up, Daydream Brand? Mahil Kahil. Hans aus Deutschland. Yes. Yes. I can't read some of these names. You got your mom trading heavy right on. You're a stronger man than I. There we go, Bitcoin. Hourly closed 5 minutes ago, just below potential resistance. Ooh, a little green. Green. I just want Litecoin to go up so I can get out of my butt trade. What's up, Wolf and Bear? How you doing, man? Fear and Greed Index. The last time, you know what? This is actually something I'll look up. This is something interesting I noticed the other day, and I would have probably forgotten about it had Wolf and Bear not brought it up. Cheers. Cheers, Weber Simon. What's up, Titan 480? Christopher Munn, how you doing, bro? I do have actually an interesting little tidbit here. So Fear and Greed, Crypto Fear and Greed Index, how it's calculated, it takes in a bunch of factors. If you scroll down the bottom of this page, it'll actually tell you volatility, market momentum, volume, social media presence, and surveys. I guess they're currently paused, which is good because this seems like the dumbest way to do it. Bitcoin dominance and trends. What this really is kind of a contrarian counter indicator overall that spits out a number. You can see we've been in extreme fear for over a week. Last month we were in greed. So I was peeking at this and I noticed something interesting. This might be hard to digest watching it at home, especially on a small screen. But if you look, let me just zoom in on the month. If you look at this last 30 days, we saw a drop from 60, which was greed, all the way down to 10. I think we saw 11, 10. Yep. But what's unusual is that it's traded. Fear and Greed has remained sideways for many, many days. This is unusual. We don't really see it, at least at these levels, drop to this level and remain sideways. Typically, we see waves back and forth of Fear and Greed. This caught my eye, though. When I look at the yearly, we see this swing low and sideways. That's what we just looked at. We're zooming out now. We're zoomed out to see the last year. This is the chart we just saw, just these few dots. And what's interesting is the last time it dropped and traded sideways like this was in September, October. So right before we took off. You can see there's even a period. These are both still higher, but it isn't necessarily typical. Yeah, it isn't necessarily typical to see it trade sideways, at least in the last few years, like it is now without breaking to the upside. I think that's interesting analysis that you're probably not going to find anywhere else. You can see there was that same coiling in September, shot up. We all remember that. Now we're coiling again. Fear and Greed is hit or miss. It's not to trade by, but it's certainly a little piece of evidence that can at least make you feel more comfortable on whatever side of the trade you're looking at. It has some information. It is not, don't make trades based on it alone though, please. Please. You lost your wrench real estate. Did you ever had a wrench here? What's up, Tupac music lovers? Crash. Oh, not at the moment. Not at the moment. Freaking cherry picking, sending good vibes. Thank you, my friend. Sending good vibes right back at you. Digi media dude making me so proud. We don't have feelings anymore. We're numb. That's right. Honestly, that's the fact of the matter. I could see this drop to any level. Don't matter. It's going to go back up eventually. That's what I believe. Makes investing pretty easy in something when you believe in it. Highly recommend it. Ronnie Jolie, it's a fake out. Maybe. Maybe. Is this a relief rally? I don't think so. I don't think it's really... I mean, it could be the makings of a relief rally. Yeah, we haven't hit the 618 yet. This is kind of the same thing I've been saying about price in general. Is that we haven't seen the strong enough bounce for it to be like a dead cat bounce. What's up, Op Cesar? Why is my mic close to my face? I don't know crap about audio. This is how I was told to use the Shure SM7B by a professional, so that's how I'm using it. But my noise gate is up because I got the air conditioning on. Very observant crowd today. Very observant. What's up, Robert Nab? You bet one BTC it's a bull trap. Any takers? A bull trap. This is a bull trap. Probably have to be more specific. What's up, Wyatt M? Check out Astro Elon's. Oh my. APT 420. We got the bots. Shade alert. What's up, the transporter? El Salvador is about to make Bitcoin legal tender. You just bought in. Hey, you're getting a deal compared to the people who just bought in 2 months ago, so. Pro V or Prov 3. You've got it, man. You've got it. Doesn't mean always being a contrarian is right. No, it doesn't mean to always be a contrarian, but almost always the right answer ends up being a contrarian one. Hey, Lance's wall art, shout out to you, my friend. Delivering our packages out there on the road, listening to The Crown on the radio. What's up, man? Hope you're having a good day. Yes, I had something I wanted to remind everyone of. Let's see. TFUEL. If you've been keeping up with the little videos I've been putting out, we had hit 1,500 sats yesterday in the video. Our next upside target, our 2 measured move, 1,800 sats. Hit it today. Boom. Spicily enough. Little TFUEL BTC seems to be consolidating under 1,800 sats, right where we told it to go. That's actually pretty cool. I kind of was thinking this was going to be the end of the run at 1,800 sats, or at least short term for TFUEL BTC. But where are the sellers? Where are the sellers, man? You hit the measured move. Now you're just trading sideways. This may look for another leg up. Man, what do we even look for? I guess let's slap on the 3. We don't have a significant retracement to pull a new extension from. So I'm going to revert to the older extension. See where that suggests. 2281 upwards of 2600. I'll take it. TFUEL just has no concept, apparently, that everyone's bearish because it is rocketing. It's been rocketing. Just days on days of green candles here. How many? With one red in the middle, we've had 14 days of green on TFUEL BTC. Grats to the other TFUELers out there. I got a bundle of these for streaming on Theta.tv a long time ago. I forgot about them. Now they're worth a lot of money. So I'm happy. But not really interested in buying it. Certainly not with daily candles like this. But it does look strong. I love this. I miss seeing this on Bitcoin. Just these long rows of momentum building. Momentum. All right. So what else is there to look at? Let's see. What's up, Skylar? Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Yeah, of course, dude. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, Skylar. Base melter manipulation is the new norm. Honestly, I think Bitcoin's always been manipulation. Always. FBI has, guys, Tupac music lovers has shared a piece of very real, not made up news. The FBI has raided Amsterdam and seized all Bitcoins for investigation. That's some big news, guys. That's some big news. All of the Bitcoins were seized via Amsterdam. I love you, Tupac. I don't know if that's what you were actually saying, but it just came off funny to me. That's just funny. Tony O has the answers, but cannot say. Tony O, what are the answers? Can you give us one answers? Mama Jedi, how you doing? You're a bull? We're bulls together. We'll be bulls together. What's up, Red Yad Gariv? Link. Let's see. Well, what is he looking at? Not this chart. Too much on this chart. Probably see why I start a new chart all the time. So is this a Head and Shoulders? Well, we're only missing one piece. Missing one piece of the Head and Shoulders for me. That'd be the neckline. Break of the neckline. We don't have a horizontal neckline. I think we could say, yeah, this would be under the yearly open. So that'd be trading below 29.8, something like that. Then we can definitely start looking for it. And I'm not playing stupid or anything. Obviously, I see the general idea of what you're saying. I see it. But for that to really play, I still think we need to see this same move. That is how a Head and Shoulders, in my opinion, that's how a Head and Shoulders would play out. Like this. Gonna have roughly the same height on the right shoulder. But really what it is a break of that neckline and then a back test of it and then a drop. So certainly keeping an eye out for that. You'd be crazy to not be watching that. You're a technical analyst. But we don't have it quite. Could be on the horizon. Or maybe not. Uncle Frank. My Uncle Frank's here. How you doing, Uncle Frank? Lucada. Yep, CF talked about it today. I have not heard from that guy. I've talked to him for 1 second since he went on vacation. Too cool for us. Too cool for the cruise around. Impossible. All right, Tonio has the answers. Here it is. Antonio's honest opinion, whales and big traders know all the charts and the shapes, and they use that to full manipulate the market. Tonio, I totally agree with you, man. That's kind of goes towards what I was saying about being contrarian at times and how it is typically, in hindsight, the right choice to be a contrarian. Typically. Luck. All those people waiting on 28K. Dude, I feel you. When too many eyes are looking at something, just does not seem to happen. Doesn't seem to happen. OP Cesar looking at is that the daily? You know what? That'll be fun. Let's plot our death cross. Let's see if our numbers line up with everybody else's. Yo, Mr. Skyler. Thoughts on ETH strength relative to BTC? Yeah, dude, we can absolutely take a look at that. I just got my interest perked here. This is something I haven't done in a while, but I like doing. Now, this is certainly not technical analysis that you'll see anywhere else. I made up doing this, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, we'll see. It's just a fun practice. You know, there's not that much going on, so we gotta keep ourselves busy. Is that good? No. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're applying trend lines to attempt to exaggerate out when this death cross will happen. death cross, bearish cross, 50 and 200 moving averages on the daily, crossing bearishly. So you said the 15th? My chart shows the 17th. That's close. That's close enough. I think really what we can take away from that is within a week we should see these cross. This still can be invalidated, and in fact wouldn't be the only time if we had this scenario happen where we've had a 50-200 on the daily death cross and we saw Bitcoin pump through it. I have a really bad example here, but I'll show you anyway because it did happen. I remember it like it was yesterday. Right here, October 26, 2019. Now, this really wasn't positive because, well, we were still in the bear market. And price continued to just flounder around until almost exactly a year later, actually. That's wild. But here's an example of a 50 and a 200 cross on the daily where we were far from the cross price-wise. Actually, price actually even looks pretty similar here, doesn't it? Under the 200. Wow, that looks creepily similar. Under the 200, rejected. Then we got a lower low, and we rallied right through it. Everyone was talking about a death cross. Everybody was trying to short down here. 7,500. Boom. Right up to 10,500. So this is a bad example because, well, we weren't in a bull run. It's not as if a death cross guarantees something. In fact, what you'll really see is a lot of the time these crosses play out the opposite. I can show you that right here with an example right next to it. Boom. There, we had a golden cross, but that was not a good trade. Golden cross, bullish signal suggests, hey, market's bullish. That was virtually the top. Fell right down in March. Here's the bearish example that we just looked at in October. This was not a good time to short, not a good time to long. Actually, I have looked at these before, but seemingly almost every cross. Here was a bullish cross back in 19, and yeah, price kept going up, but we saw a drop almost immediately. That was these, like, it crossed almost at the exact high here before falling down on that cross. I think what we really want to look at is this. Look at this, right? What did this look like? Well, when we entered the bear market last time, we bounced off the 200. We're currently trapped below. Fell below, and then we got the cross. Price was really close. Fell. I will say something that's going to be unsettling. I don't believe that we've had a 5200 bearish cross on the daily during a bull market in the last cycle, maybe two. I don't feel like pulling up BLX. But here it is. There's your examples. We have two where daily crosses 50 and 200 were literally the exact opposite of what the trade should be. My rule of thumb that I use for these is the closer price is to the cross. So if we were trading right here when these crossed, that would be more likely to play bearish. The farther we are away from the cross, the more likely we are to see a counter trade, counter pump, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the 15th, 17th looks good. Let me take a peek at this Ethereum for Mr. Skyler. I haven't looked at Ethereum. I haven't looked at it today, but I will say last time I looked at it, it looked really good. Really, really good. Let's see if it still does. This chart. I got to be less sloppy with these. Ooh, that trend line's gnarly. Good. Good. All right, so Mr. Skyler, you actually wanted to look at... Wait, what just happened? Oh, that's Bitcoin? Why is there Bitcoin on this Ethereum chart? That's odd, but I just noticed something. Never noticed that. Let's add this onto our cleaner chart. Where are you? If we connect these two, They line up really well. Now it doesn't work on this one. What? I don't know. I'll just drop that idea. That's weird. I guess it's on the 4 hour. Sorry, sorry, Skylar. Huh. Dang. That is a sneaky trend line. I'll take a look at that later. We'll look at the Ethereums there for Mr. Skylar. Oh, Ethereum, pretty similar formation. Yeah, this is really similar to Bitcoin, a little bit more apex top-ish than the slow rollover we saw in Bitcoin. However, if we zoom out here, get rid of some of this. Actually, let's just make a copy so I can delete all this crap. Oh my goodness. Trading view. There we go. Get rid of this. There's something that you want to see about Ethereum here. I'm going to just kind of roughly place this. There you go. There's still too much noise on here. There we go. Let's get rid of all of it. There we are. There's something that looks rather spicy on Ethereum that we don't see on Bitcoin. And what that is just a clear trend line. I placed this, kind of just eyed it. This isn't even perfect. But you can see a really, really defined channel here on Ethereum that it is still in. Bitcoin, not so much. I'm sure we could paint it in some way where it looks like it is. Let's do it like that. But this is pretty darn clean. And this could suggest some lower low here on Ethereum, but not really, not a lot lower. Yeah, if we're going to stay in this channel, that would be just a slightly lower low than the 1700 we saw. I like it. At least it has some kind of rhyme and reason to it, something visible. Bitcoin is kind of flopping around doing one of these, is it or is it not, back and forths. Ethereum looks much more rigid. I like it. Perhaps there's more interest in the Ethereum market than Bitcoin right now. I'm not sure. But you asked, what are my thoughts on the strength of Ethereum versus Bitcoin? And to answer that question, we have to look at BTC. Honestly, first impression, BTC looks great. We were looking for 0.77, and that's a ratio of 1 Ethereum is equal to 0.077 Bitcoin when we're at that price. We got our test of it, overshot a little bit, sold back below, and then in yesterday's candle closed right back at that 0.77. What I'm looking for here now is we may see some more selling, but we want to see some higher lows. If we see higher lows, we start painting that beautiful shape that we love to see. Momentum could be waning here on this daily. Interesting. With 30 minutes to go, it's looking to close kind of a waning buying momentum candle. This was looking phenomenal, though. You can see the precision here on the daily. So this horizontal comes from 2-3 years ago. Look at this precision. These closes right on top. These closes right on top. That 0.77, a very significant level. It's halfway to the flippening. Fun fact. 0.77. If it goes to 0.15 plus, then the flippening will occur. Doesn't really matter if it does or doesn't. Not a lot has changed here, though, on Ethereum. I think it absolutely looks stronger. We can see that here in the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. It's virtually reached all the way back up to May 15th high before the sell-off, where we don't see that. We don't see that on Bitcoin. Bitcoin hasn't gone anywhere. Dropped, traded sideways, still kind of just trading sideways in this range. So Ethereum does appear to have an edge on Bitcoin. However, I would caution you, as this does look like it wants to, like I said, paint some higher lows. I'm not sure where they would be. Could be lower than my doodles here. Because if you get those higher lows, you have a great pattern. If you drop below, then we are very likely heading back down to test that 044 area. It's also the 618 retrace. Here's where it gets spicy. Of March's low to May's high, the 618 retrace sitting right there at that uber important level. We really don't even have many of these on the chart. 0.044, 0.077, 0.11. We had a few below, but we don't even need to go over those. It would be interesting. I will say this. I'm a buyer of Ethereum if we see on the daily a back test of this level. I'm a buyer. For sure. Last time I was a buyer, guys, was here. And the time before that was here. So that'll give you a good idea of what that means when I say I'm an Ethereum buyer at that price. I want to look at the weekly. Weekly, same thing. It's really just battling with what is the last resistance before FBTC Moon, which would be 0.11, at least in my mind. This chart looks good. You can see that 618 much more clearly right here. And these levels are not just made up. If we go to the monthly chart, we can see where they come from. There we go. Get rid of these bad boys. There we are. There it is. You can see that 077 comes from May, June 2018. 044 from November, December 2017. And then what we have right here. 031. This was the ultimate pullback call. Everyone was bearish on Ethereum again. Oh, but the patrons got the trade set up. We slaughtered Ethereum. Monthly still looks good on FBTC. So I think the answer, no, that took forever, is that it looks strong. Ethereum looks strong versus Bitcoin. We look at Bitcoin USD and we see waning momentum. All in the monthly. We're hoping for a bounce here. Change that chart up. It's actually, yeah, this looks so much better. On the monthly, first potentially waning buying momentum candle, but this month has 22 days left. I'm not sold. Never count the candle that's currently painting. Can't. It's dangerous. All right, let me get back to the chat, knocking stuff over. Bitcoin has not moved because I'm live. Thank you. My chat is frozen. Give me a second, everybody. While you're giving me a second. While I take a second, because this is like not loading. If you have not yet, please smash that like button and subscribe during the live stream. That will boost our visibility on the platform here, and I truly appreciate it. So if you've forgotten, smash that button right meow. Let's get this stream popping. I think the mods are. Let me see. There's a bunch of them. Elon coin. Why do people really buy stuff based on the name? I wonder. Well, I don't wonder, I know. All right, I'm going to add this Elon 1 to the spam list. We don't need that. We don't need a bunch of people talking about some coin with someone's name in it who clearly has no affiliation with it. There we go. Added to the list. Boom. Blocked. Nice. One step towards combating the spam. Elon, I can't. Lucas Murphy unsubbed and resubbed. I don't know if that works, but thank you. What's up, Jenny C? Of course it would bounce. My point is, we are in a bear market either way. Jenny C, is this your, how many bear markets have you gone through? I'm curious. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't have the same opinion. Doesn't mean you're wrong. Elon's a dick. Everybody hates Elon now. Yeah, so that's the... Ronnie, that's why I was getting... that's what I was saying, basically. People who are saying how low the price is now. Look at the price a year ago. I know it didn't go right up. I wish it did too, but... Making progress, boys. Boys and girls. Is it true that when price drops, you buy Bitcoin? I think everybody in their mind has a price that they want to see to buy. Mine's much lower. Much, much lower than here. This Elon stuff's cracking me up. Ethereum will be the cryptocurrency of Mars. DCA Mama Jedi with the knowledge. There is no knowing. That's... whenever someone tells you they know what's going to happen, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. There's no knowing in technical analysis. There's no knowing. There's probability. If you scroll back on the video, you'll hear me repeat over and over again that there's really nothing bullish on this chart. But I've seen this. I've seen this happen before. Is it happening now? I wish I had the answer, but just like everyone else, there is no knowing. I don't know. I've seen this happen. I've seen the chart where it has no bullish signs, then we rally. I've seen the chart where we have no bearish signs, then we don't. Bitcoin, it's here. This is the better way to put it. This is how I should have put it earlier. Bitcoin is contrarian. I'm not saying you should always be contrarian, but Bitcoin, absolutely contrarian. Man, these bots are super aggressive. People are looking for lower. I don't blame them. Everybody wants cheap Bitcoin, man. That's the thing. Everybody wants cheap Bitcoin. Savage Trader. The 1 hour looks ready to pop. It doesn't. W. W? Not quite seeing the W. I wouldn't doubt it though. You know, we saw this high, low, higher, high, and then what, 1, 2 higher highs afterwards pattern. We could see something like this. I think my headphones are off. There we go. Now I can get annoyed by all the stream alerts. We could see something like that. That would not be surprising. Let's see these alerts. Ah, Mr. Josh. How you doing, Josh? Did I stub my toe today? No. No, I stubbed my wallet. I told everybody the story. I don't know if you were here, man, but I told the whole live stream world my butt trading story today. No shame. No, I don't hide stuff. No reason. No reason to hide it. Yeah, I can see this happening. Thank you for the 10, Josh. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, Greg, Ran, Ahilin, Rishi, A. Scott, Elon Musk is here, Belly Stacy, Polk, Cameron King, K. Tudaf, Bruce, Red, lots of subscribers, but this thing has been broken for so long, I have no idea if people are actually subscribing now. Actually, let's do a little A/B test. If you're not subscribed, just subscribe right now, and then we can prove it. Nick, man, you finally made the stream. What's up, dude? Good to have you. Patrick Ugolini. Whatever I do, the market does the opposite. Exactly. Bitcoin is contrarian. Whenever everyone, in fact, it goes even deeper than that. It's not whenever everyone looks in one direction. It's the market. The market makes everyone look in one direction. Gives us reason. There's nothing bullish here. I'm the most bullish person in the world on Bitcoin, or one of them. There's nothing bullish on the chart. Unless we go out, you know, like the yearly candle or something. Even then. But it does feel like it's getting us all to look in one direction. So play it safe. You don't always have to trade. You don't always have to be in a trade. If it goes lower, you can DCA over time. If this is a bear market, then you have a long time to buy at low prices slowly, week over week. Awesome. That's a great result. Then you'll end up being like me when the market's bullish again. There's opportunities in both directions. Opportunity to be had in both directions. Take advantage of both. What's up, Linux Master? It's a wacky dub. He bangs the drums. Dude, where have you been? Where have you been? Yeah, dude, he bangs the drums. OG of this channel. Haven't seen you in a while, man. It's good to see you. He says he's been in Bitcoin for a while, and he's scared, but he thinks we're bottoming or have bottomed. Honestly, on like May 19th or 20th when we streamed, I said that's probably the bottom. But, I mean, I'm technically still right. I don't care about being right, but I still may be wrong. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The fear, the uncomfortable level that people are experiencing. If you were in the last live stream, I was talking about the last bull market and when it ended, and the sentiment wasn't what you might expect. People were actually extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. When it dropped from 20,000 down to like, what, 10 or so, I can't remember what it dropped to anymore. Man, I'm getting old. People were all about buying the dip. Buy the dip, buy the dip. I haven't heard anyone yell buy the dip. Where are the dip buyer? Where's the dip yeller buyer yellers? You know, it's a different sentiment. It's way more bearish, the sentiment, than the end of the bull run last time. I'm just comparing from what, you know, my experience, what I know, what I observed. There's no knowing. There's no knowing. If we break 30,000, we'll find out. We'll go into price discovery. We'll see where bids are. If we don't, then we're going back up to test the 20 weekly. That's pretty much how I see it. A or B. Jenny C, I don't think you answered my question. It's okay, darling. You don't have to. You do you. Everybody's waiting for just under 30. Interesting. Interesting. Kuya, yeah, dude, the bots are wild lately. They're wild. Now they're like in the chat. They're in the chat typing. Crypto Greg hears me. There's always opportunity. Markets move both directions. And if you aren't preparing yourself in a way where both directions are winning directions for you, then I think you're doing it wrong. I'm mega bull. Always mega bull. That's not going to change. But I still have a cash holding in my portfolio, or I did until I pocket traded. You want to set yourself up so no matter what happens, you can take advantage of the opportunity. That's really the core of it. He bangs the drums. I don't care. I'm buying. Right on, dude. Ivan G, I need indicators. Yeah, I had indicators up. There's, I think the indicator we need, the only indicator we need right now is just to watch these candles. We have been consolidating right here for the last 3 hours since I started streaming. A little bearish divergence on our RSI, right? No, wrong. This is on the hourly, though. It's not super meaningful. I don't know. When we look at the small time frames here, like the 1 hour, momentum's up, momentum's increasing. 4 hours, selling momentum now in 17 minutes, we'll know for sure. 2 waning selling momentum candles in a row with RSI down in the 20s. Usually you get a bounce. Usually you get some kind of bounce off of the these low RSI hits. Yeah, we can see here and here. These last 2 lows both bounce and go anywhere. But I'm looking for a little more upside on this. A little more upside on this local price action. Not going to be definitive or deterministic of what happens in the greater picture. But I would like to see this daily close green, as I was talking about at the start of this episode. We're incredibly close, and for trading so deep, to close green on this would be a welcome sight. So 17 minutes. 17. Oh. Yeah, unsubscribing and then subscribing, that might not actually trigger it. Sergio, thank you for the 20 ARS. I'm not really familiar with what currency that is, but I appreciate the support, my friend. He bangs the drums. We are the holders. Bro, these hands were diamonds millions of years ago. Nothing. I've seen it all. Nothing is ever going to shake me out of it. Doesn't mean I won't ever take a short position. Doesn't mean I won't ever take profit or sell any. Because I will, I'm not that crazy. But I plan on dying. I plan on dying with crypto in my wallet. No question. No question. This is... Huh. That lined up so well in the other chart. I don't know why. Let's make this easier. Let's make this view easier. Range-bound trading until proven otherwise. Here we are. 30,000 and 39,290. Break one. Break it. Even while Savage Trader has been a quiet watcher. Hey man, lurkers are welcome. Anybody out there lurking? You're loved as well. Dathy, what's my guesstimate on the Bitcoin peak price this cycle? Whenever that is.
Clearly a battle for the daily close long story short 87 by Jack.
Yep. Rico with the 10 euros. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Rico, one of our esteemed members of the community, very knowledgeable guy. You're right. I mean, of course he's right. It's a battle for the close. We can see that when we look on the daily. We are hovering right at doji level. We can close green or red. It's the difference of almost nothing. Difference of $30. That's 0.1%. 0.1% away. In fact, let's add this number.
Tom, will you be joining REKKKKT City camping in Burger King and McDonald's?
Will I? For what? How? How, son? How? Last time I bought Bitcoin was at 4,000. It's gonna be hard. Gonna be hard to lose this battle here. You're silly, Josh. Alright, this is the line for the daily close, I believe, right? Let's add this. Yep. Let's add it. Battle for daily greatness. Daily honor. Greatness. There we are. Battle for daily greatness. 12 12 minutes left. That's it. Dothy, to answer your question while we wait. Well, originally when I did my calculations, aka just took what happened in the last cycle, slapped it on the low and the high of this cycle, came up with these numbers. I was looking for 366,000 as a cycle top. Now, what's important here with that number is that number was seeded for this year. So if we do see some kind of bear continuation, drug out, lull in the market through the end of this year, that is good and bad. It's bad because, well, nobody wants that. That takes forever. It's not fun. But it's good because that number, that cycle top that I'm looking for, that number is going to go up. How far up? I don't know. We'll have to see how long this takes. But the longer it takes us to get to the cycle top, the higher that number is likely to be. Regression, logarithmic regression, shows us that basically. Shows us time and price are correlated. Definitely. Oh, there's your answer. What's up, Coos Busters, the darling Sylv? How you doing, Sylv? Good to see you. Good to have you. Trump's FUD means he's gonna buy. You're probably right, Peter. Royal Gamers, I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. It's a dead cat bounce. I mean, we have to see it bounce, right? To have a dead cat bounce, that's how I see it. No, dude, all indicators are magic. What I found is the newer you are to crypto, the more likely it is that your view can be broken down, your view of price action can be broken down to whatever color the daily candle is. If that applies to you, don't feel bad. So, just life. We all started there sometime. Nick, the lady, she's doing fine. Doing good. That was a rough month last month taking care of her. She's good now. Ivan G and his magic indicator. I only use Willy Wonka's magic chocolate ride indicator. It's proprietary. Massimiliano Christ. Just a dead cat then. Guys, for a dead cat bounce, you need a bounce. This is not a bounce. This is just not a bounce. You can see continuation. This is not a bounce. I'm waiting for a bounce. Call it a dead cat bounce. I've been saying that same thing since May. Same thing. Is I'm not threatened by these lows. What I'm threatened by is what price does, how it reacts when we do see some kind of bounce, when we see a back test of the 20 weekly. Something we've seen before every single bear market. We've seen a back test of the 20 weekly, rejection, and then price discovery to the downside. We haven't seen it. We've sold off, we've traded sideways. I'm waiting for that back test. If price action is ugly enough at that back test, then I may even get a little bearish. I know, it's difficult to imagine. Difficult to imagine the crown being bearish. I don't think so. It does happen. Very rarely. And it'll only be like a little bit before I'm bullish again. Bitcoin, it's just rough to bet against it, dudes. I've been in Bitcoin since 2010. Greg Zilla is the only one with the crystal ball. He is the crystal ball indicator. Overweight cat. Yeah. WS Kamikaze, I like that idea. Also have to wait till someone subscribes. Come on. Last one was 1 minute ago. It won't take too long. Oh, guess we'll have to wait. Boom. 7 minutes. 7 minutes here. Beardy Day Crypto, my man. Beardy Day is number one. It's a falling dead cat. But that wouldn't make it a dead cat bounce. Mama Jedi, thanks for reminding me. Yes. If you haven't hit the like on the stream yet, please do so. Smash that like button however you'd like. You can click it hard, you can click it soft, doesn't matter. Then move that mouse over. Hit the subscribe. Sylvie knows. Opportunities in both directions. Elon Musk, I guess, isn't a bot. But he's right on. Bearish discount. Pump more money. There's opportunities in both directions. Don't be like me. Don't get married. Don't get married to one side. What's up, Daily Grown Exotics? How you doing, brother? B Nickel 9. Hands down the dopest dope. Yeah, I use it in Magic 8 Ball for most of my TA. That's true. Yep, there it is. But then the wording is in my face. Oh well. That'll go off on my face though. That's funny. Narcissistic trader water. Dude, Elon Musk got your most brilliant product to date. Electric cars. Throw them away. Nobody cares. No one cares about electric cars. We just want narcissistic trading water. MRF. What's up, man? Hope you're having a good day. I am. I'm just waiting for this daily to close. You can tell when we went live based on price going sideways. Like, I don't know, right here. As soon as I end this stream, it'll move. Kamikaze. There it is. The man with the plan himself. Alright. 5 minutes. We can get through this, right? Jordan Pacifico. Dude, that's right. That's right. You want cheap prices. It's a Schrodinger's cat bounce. It only bounces if you're not looking at it. Ivan G, you got something there. That's one of the reasons I'm pretty confident in this 20 MA test. There's too many coins that are still raging. Its charts don't look bearish. Bitcoin's chart looks bearish, but other charts don't. We smart. I have to move the words out of the way. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's get this crap out of the way. Let's get this day gone. I want to see it close green. Move on to greener pastures. Pull up CoinGecko here while we wait. Is there anything moving? AGI. Never heard of it. Not going to look at it. TFUEL, of course. AMP. Something about Coinbase and AMP I read today. Something. Probably why. Kusama. Kusama's been very consistent. I've seen Kusama really has consistently climb. It's pulled back with the rest of the market, but just in general, against Bitcoin seems to be doing well. Another example of a bullish coin. Solana's been trucking. Theta Network obviously been trucking, just hit a new all-time high against Bitcoin. Not a lot of movers and shakers right now. The largest change in the last hour, comp with 1.5%. Kusama, Sushi, Digibyte, IOTA, Synthetics Network Token, Elrond, ZRX, Safe Moon, VeChain and Zen with just about 1%. Really, not a lot of move. Not a lot of move. What is this crap? I don't even know if it's crap, but what is it? Only 30 million. The 3,000 Twitter followers. Okay. Not wow, this is old. Huh. This is an old coin, apparently. Doesn't look like it's had much work on it since 2017, 2018. None. Ooh, but it gets a B. Wow, a B is really high praise. Actually, B is huge praise. You rarely see Bs. I've never seen an A. There's no way. You can even see that there, surpassing 99% of tokens with a B. Maybe I called it crap too early. Stable outlook. Interesting. Network growth, large transactions. I think whenever I think AGI, I think of the company. That's why I have a weird look on it. Here we go into the close. 90 seconds to go. 90 seconds. And we have the best viewers in the world joining us for these last 90 seconds of the day. Fingers crossed. 33,567 would be amazing to close above. Don't engage to butt. Tower, that's 2007 S-Coin probably. Mogul bound monthly glasses. Never. There's probably something to be said about that MRF. Kusama has some influencer support. Mogulbound joined the Discord, and I'll tell you where you get these. But I refuse to say the name of the company because they would not sponsor me. And even worse than that, they wouldn't even send me a pair of sunglasses. So they don't get any free advertisement. Bitcoin dominance 39%, I believe it. Wait, it's not. It's not at 39%. That's just wrong. Right? Right? This is not the chart. No, 41, 42. Actually looking like the first opportunity of reversal here on dominance. We saw a long string of selling. Now we might have a higher low. 2 candles in a row closing higher. And there it is. The daily closed just below, so it closed red. That would have been a really pretty green candle. It would have been a pretty green candle. I guess some takeaways we can have from this close are, well, it won't take a lot to bullish engulf it. Very small increase to bullish engulf this candle back. Let's see, anything change? Daily momentum still buying but waning. Money flow with a lower low. Not ideal. VWAP with a lower low but rolling over. Actually, there are some signs of a bounce here with this VWAP rolling over. But not a very hopeful one. Not with money flow still moving down. And our momentum indicators moving down as well. Let's zoom back in. Now that we didn't close bullish engulf, now we'll rally.
87 by Jack Don't Fade holiday-based calls.
Holiday-based calls. 87 by October. By Jackoween, says Mr. Rico. I'll take it. I'll take it. I still have high hopes for next month. I don't think this candle closes here on the monthly. I think it closes higher. And I think next month we see some buying. Start of Q3. We'll see. Alright, well, it's green. That's a plus, I guess. I guess. Manure, what? Ooh, closed green on Binance. That's worth a look. Yeah, I'll just do fire. I don't even know if you guys can hear the music. Fire. Mine says it doesn't. Not seeing it. Looks like it did close red on Binance and Bitcoin, or Binance and Coinbase. Yep. Same thing. Well, I guess, I mean, if we want this candle to move, everyone knows what we have to do. If you want this candle to move, if you want price to go higher or lower, first thing you should do is hit the like button, then hit the subscribe button. Those will be the first steps. And I'll tell you the next steps. Elon Musk, dude. This Elon Musk guy's cracking me up. Behind the Hive hype. All I know about Hive is that it was essentially chained off of Steam after Justin Sun messed up Steam. Justin Sun and Binance. That's what I heard. I don't really know that much about it. Not a huge fan of either of those coins, though Steam was one of the first coins with like a real use case that was happening, so. Do I think we'll hit 34,000 today? Sure. It's not a bad bet. It's what, 1.5% up? Yeah. Sure. Thanks for the positivity. No problem. Andy Power. Always. Ha. Matthew Bragg. You got a Facebook tag. Your Pepe's name is Lachey Wash. Hey, man, it's a good name. You're welcome to it. You can be Matthew Crown. Or the whole Crown family. Join the Twitter. Thank you there, Savage Trader. Yeah. Everyone. Everyone should follow me on Twitter. I don't make that many like original content posts there, but I will say I do retweet really like the important stuff really quickly. So, man, good way to keep up with what's going on. Doge sunglasses. I want Doge sunglasses. Oh, Beardy, I didn't know you worked with Satoshi. Is he tall? Is he a tall guy? That's what I wonder. Hidden bullish divergence market Cypher B. You know, I haven't really looked at RSI and stuff on the daily. Let's get rid of these. It is storming here, by the way. I don't know if you guys can hear the lightning. The thunder. Probably can't hear the lightning. But the thunder. Not on the daily yet. What's up, Javi Moon? Welcome to the fam, my friend. Welcome to the fam. And there's going to be on weekly RSI at some point. Whenever we start moving back up. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Man, where's that? I have a good idea. I mean, if you take it from January to May, you can find some divergence, but it doesn't show in the weekly. So I'm a little skeptical. To deem it divergence yet. Doesn't mean I won't eventually. Here's a good idea. I'm going to paste the link. Watch this one after the show. That was our weekly new segment, weekly market recap update. No Ethereum, no Litecoin, no Litecoin, no. Litecoin, no. Keep going up. Keep going up. Get me out of my butt trade. See you later, Sylv. Thanks for joining. Thanks for everybody for being here. You guys are the best. Well, that was a pretty boring episode. A lot happened. Went over some good stuff. We're still just where we were. Until we break 30,000. Break what, like 41, 42? We're just trading in range. Oh well. Good thing to check out after the show. Links in the chat. Weekly recap if you missed it. And what I'm also going to do here. Discord link. Spam that a few times. There's your spams, guys. Make sure you've liked the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. We're going to be live again tomorrow. Hope you tune in. Join Discord. I'll see you there. Love you, fam. Crown out.